I would die every day waiting for dumb shit. Darling, don't. Okay, it's too long. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So welcome back to
Dumb Shit
with your host
Gabrielle
and Melissa.
Why was I about to say Melissa?
I could be Gabrielle for the episode.
I'm gonna stop.
Switch. Okay.
Hello,
Switch.
y'all. Do you
Hello,
recognize
guys.
us? It's been
Because I don't.
2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Are we okay? Are we alive?
Are we fine? I don't know. Gabby, how are you?
I'm extremely busy. Not like bad, but like I'm just very busy. As y'all know, dummies, I'm moving. There, if you can't see, my room is filled with boxes and packages and a bunch of shit. And I'm packing tomorrow, and by tomorrow, dummies, I mean Saturday. But by the time this comes out, I will be in my new apartment. So super exciting, super cool, super fun. So yeah, so I've just been dealing with moving stuff, working, all that. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Melissa, how have you
What have you been up to?
Well, okay. You got not too much on me. Not too much on me.
That's all?
Okay, update, I guess, since, you know. So dummies, I mentioned a lovely lady that I've been seeing for a minute now, like over a month.
Has she listened to the podcast yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Hi.
And I mentioned her, and so yeah, just letting y'all know it's been very great so far. I've been very happy lately, so that's good. And I'm gonna throw up. So there's that.
If I could poke Gabby in the head right now, I would.
Oh, literally. But yeah, it's been good. Melissa, how are you?
How am I? Guess what happened today? I've been having the best day just today. Like
Love
today
that.
has been. First of all, I got a raise.
Yes. Yes. That
She
is
said, "Supersize me."
amazing.
She said, "Give me the
Congrats.
guac on the side."
No, really.
She said, "All the extras."
She said, "Drinks on me." Say
Drinks
less.
on
That's what I
her.
heard.
Just kidding, not really. Anyways, I got
That's what I heard.
I got my rent paid, and then tell me, no, not rent paid. What am I talking about?
Well, I mean, tomorrow. Or no.
I have to pay
Sunday.
my rent. But I'm saying, like, after I got my raise, I go and get my eyebrows done, and then why was the parking spot, like, right in the front of everything open just for me?
So beautiful.
Just for me. Go in my parking spot. Like, everything.
So beautiful.
And then I was, like, driving back to my apartment, and then, like, this one car was being stupid, and they were blocking me, so I couldn't really keep going forward. But then the man next to me, he backed all the way up just for me to go, like, around and do something crazy. Like, I don't know what's happening, but, like, niceness is all around me.
It's
and
really the little
really good
things,
right
though.
now.
Like, when they
It's the
add
little
up,
things,
it's
though.
getting to the spot, and then it's also getting out of the spot super easy. Like, come on now.
Like,
Love it.
I'm just saying, like, it's been a good day.
Oh,
And it's
that
been
makes
a
me
good- It's been a
happy.
good week. And, I'll say this. You know how I talked about how I was ghosted
Yes.
kind of recently? So, I have a lurking problem, guys. I don't know if you peeped that from a different episode.
No, yeah.
But
And if
I
you
have a
didn't,
lurking
go back and
problem.
listen.
Go back to delete the lurk page. We have 2 episodes. We have make a lurk page and delete one.
We do.
But I actively have been like out of sight, out of mind, and I feel myself, como se dice, feeling better. So honestly,
love
like,
that.
it's good on this side of town.
I love that. And it really is one of those out of sight, out of mind things. Like, once you, like, stop looking, it's, like, it's so easier to forget.
Because you're just like, okay, well, you don't really exist.
Yeah.
In
How
my,
amazing.
in my world. So yeah,
Exactly.
they don't exist anymore. Well, they do, but not really.
Period. Very good.
Anyways, we could start diving into this week's topic, which I'm actually excited about because,
Yes, me too.
like, how could I not be?
No, I am very hyped for this. I think I like this. I like this a lot.
Where the hell have you been, Loca? Like, come on.
Melissa was like, that's
Come
what we
on.
need to use. And I found, and yeah, because I was like, I don't know what do we, but I actually got a lot of
What's a
responses. That
twilight
was
mean?
funny.
Yeah. Where the hell have you been, Loca? Because first of all, that's the most iconic line in like cinematic
That is
history.
iconic.
But what are we talking about? If you don't know what where this iconic line is from, it's from. We're gonna talk about Twilight.
Yes.
The series.
Yes, babes. This isn't a stupid check back next week for our thoughts on New Moon. This is all of it.
All of it, because I mean, like, first of all, New Moon, least favorite. But anyways,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
We'll get into
I would
that.
not do a whole podcast on that movie because
We'll get into that.
New Moon. Anyways,
What was that?
how do you want to do this? Do you want to do movie by movie? Do you just want to like pick stuff out? Do we want to talk about? Actually, you know what, Gabby? Which one's your favorite, and which one's your least favorite?
Did we say
Twilight movie.
If y'all don't know, did we say Twilight? It's Twilight, by the way. I don't know. I'm assuming everyone knows.
I did say
Twilight?
it.
Okay, good. Twilight. So honestly, I would say, and call it cliche, I would say the last one is my favorite. I love the last one. I love the battle. I love and I just remember the last one, like, being in the theater with, like, my mom, all of her friends, and, like, all of her friends' kids, and, like, all of us collectively screaming at the, like, you know the part.
We'll get that.
You know the part. So all of us collectively, spoilers.
That part made my stomach drop to my ass, but that's a different. We'll get there.
No, yeah. Spoilers. LOL. Y'all have had 12 years to watch these, so you better know.
Spoilers. Oh yeah, guys. Spoilers are coming.
It's like, move on to 30 minutes if you don't want. Like, this is ancient.
Move on to the end of the podcast if you don't want to.
No, literally. So yeah, I would say the last one. And dummies, that is called Breaking Dawn, Part 2.
Part 2.
What's your favorite?
Okay. My favorite's Eclipse for sure. But
I have to think.
that's the third one.
Yes.
Is it Eclipse?
Oh yeah.
That one was just like juicy and good and like scandalous and like I like the scandalous behind it. Like I like how there was like they brought in an old character from the first one. I liked how there was like Bella was being a little thotty yaddy yaddy yaddy. I loved it. I mean the very last one's also like right there for me. But something about the third one always gets me hyped. Like I just be ready.
The third one would definitely
But
either the third or the first would probably be my second choice.
oh, the first is just a classic though.
Yeah, it's like that's why. Yeah, it's really good.
But literally, I feel like we could both agree that New Moon is hot ass. And honestly, I don't even want to talk about it too much. Let's start with that one. I know we're skipping the first one for a second because New Moon
but
is
when
so
you're
irrelevant.
when you're a passionate person, this is what you do. So, dummies, New Moon is the second Twilight film.
Installment.
And yes, and if you don't, I can just read the very, very quick synopsis just in case y'all forgot which is which because it happens.
happens.
So this one is
I
Bella
forget
Swan.
New Moon too.
No, who wouldn't? So,
But it's like it sucks because when I do a marathon, I'm not gonna skip the movie. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you
Like
can't.
I have to
But
watch
it's like,
it.
I hate that.
Anyways, go ahead.
But it says Bella Swan is on the cusp of her 18th birthday and blissfully happy while underneath her beau, Edward Cullen. While celebrating her birthday with Edward's family of vegetarian vampires, a frightening incident occurs, convinces Edward that he's simply too dangerous to be around his sweetheart. He decides to leave the town of Forks in order to ensure her safety, leaving her behind, angry and depressed. That's what I want on the shirt. Angry, and depressed.
I think behind angry, depressed is saying a little bit of how she was reacting. First of all, in that movie, it freaked me out every time she'd wake up like, ah! Like, first of all, why are you screaming? Like, if I was Charlie, her dad, if y'all don't know, if I was Charlie, I would have put her in like, sent her off. Like,
there were a lot of things where if I was Charlie, some things, like, would not happen. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things.
Baby, why are you screaming every night over a boy?
Like... But you know what was so funny? As a kid,
A boy that you knew for like 2 months.
When I watched it, I was like, you know that scene where she's sitting in like it's like there's a possibility, and like she's sitting in that chair for like 8 years. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I was like, oh my god, she didn't get up for months. Like I genuinely thought she didn't get up for months.
No, I thought she didn't either.
I was like, oh my gosh, she didn't change her, like, ew. Like, that was my
like,
first thought.
Like, she just sat there for months. Are you eating? Were you sleeping?
No, yeah. Dummies, if you don't know the scene we're talking about, there's a scene where Bella is, like, sitting in a chair, looking out the window after Edward leaves her for months and just staring out the window.
Okay, but, like, let's talk about it. Like, the reason he left her was because she got a little paper cut and then niggas was about to eat her. Like, okay, well, niggas were about to eat her back in motherfucking the first movie, too, and you still was up in her face.
Oh, really?
So what's the real tea?
Yeah.
He was fucking other bitches, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I doubt he just, like, went away and, like, sat in some, what was it, like a castle or some
Because it was
shit.
months.
It was
It was
months.
months. So what were you doing in those months, Edward?
I also just don't understand that kind of, like, like how, if you think about it, the first and second movie are, like, very close together. And it's been some months,
Literally,
and you're,
back
like,
to
ready
back.
to, like, kill yourself over this man? Like, what? Over your first
Literally,
BF?
literally, like, first of all, I don't know what the fuck, like, they had a weird vibe, because, yeah, why was she about to, like, kill herself, like, over, like, she literally was trying to find ways to kill herself, for real.
Like she was, what, was that the one where she got on that motorcycle and, like...
Yes, with that random guy, and then she got on the other motorcycle by herself and almost killed herself and Jacob, and then she did, like, she cliff dived or something.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, she
Like,
did
honestly,
do that,
like-
and that's when that one bitch like swam up or something. Like she saw her.
Oh, Victoria?
Yeah, she like a very quick cameo in that movie.
She did make a quick cameo in that movie, like she was gonna like kill her or something, but like I was just like not understanding the whole vibe because it was like, so he left her. Okay, Edward leaves her. I don't really know why. There wasn't a good reason.
Yeah.
Like I still to this day do not think that was a good reason. And he didn't say anything to her for months. Like that's fucked up. Basically, he ghosted her. Oh, me and Bella, we the same. He ghosted her. Like he said, oh yeah, so I'm gonna go.
No, literally. And like, but the thing is, he knew how fucked up she would be. He knew it. And he still was like, I'm like, everyone deserves a conversation. And the way their last conversation ended, she didn't get her closure.
She didn't have any say. He just left. He was like, sorry. You know what the thing, honestly? I'm gonna start complaining.
Do it.
Edward annoying because he the type of nigga that's like, I know better. I know what's better for the both of us. No, you don't.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that you're 2 million years old, but like,
okay, cool.
You're 2 million,
cool, but you're
dating.
still 17.
Yeah. So.
But you're still 17.
The oldest 17-year-old. I don't know how they've actually gotten away with it. Like, if you think about it in real life, like, come on.
Yeah,
Where's
because
the IRS?
like, they look for. There's a lot of, because how do they have social security numbers?
Oh yeah.
You have to change their identity. Do they just not have a social security number? How do they buy houses? And
yeah, because they
properties?
always move, or maybe they like compel people.
Like, how did Carlisle become a whole doctor?
Oh yeah,
That means
That's
he
a
has
lot
to
of
carry around his
paperwork.
like degree. But wouldn't you see his degrees from like 1970 or something? What one was I? Yeah, and he
Can
still
they
looks the
compel
same.
people in Twilight, or is that a Vampire Diaries thing?
That's Vampire Diaries.
Okay,
But Vampire Diaries, it makes sense how they can
It makes total
move around
sense.
life because they can literally tell people forget me. But
Literally.
Twilight, they just vibe. They don't
they say we vibe and we move.
we vibe and we move. Like
That
no
is-
one's gonna question us.
That is so
Anyways,
funny.
New Moon. I didn't want to talk about New Moon for too long, but New Moon was stupid. First,
Yes.
oh wait, actually no, that's when Jacob had his little like.
Oh yeah.
moments.
No, also with that one, I will say I don't know how they filmed this, but when she was like running to Edward, it was like hills, like she was running up like this, and like I was like, girl, like how are you not tired? Like,
Yeah,
she
I
was
would have
up
been
on a
like,
mountain.
I would have not gotten to him in time.
No,
No,
There's no way.
I would have been. I would have quit. Like I would have
been
started
like, well.
walking towards the top. I would have started walking towards the top of the hill because
you like take a break.
like I'm about to run all the way. You haven't seen me at this point.
I think no. What I would have done is stayed in the car and just like hit those people and kept like there are men like blocking her. I was like, just honk your horn and they'll move.
Just tell them to move. Like she was dramatic. Like honestly. And why was Alice over here like Edward Bella's dead without even knowing for sure? Like girl, you messy.
She's very she moves too quick.
She moves too quick. You're messy because then he was trying to kill himself. Like this is too messy. Like honestly,
Alice
the second
was a
movie
little
just showed me
messy.
that everybody's messy.
Yes, but I think the queen of the Cullen family is definitely Rosalie because she had a brain, and
She was the only smart bitch in the whole house.
even as a kid, I was like, yeah, like why are we risking our lives for this like child that we don't know, who's been in our family for like not in our family for like 2 months, like so we're about to go like fight wars.
She's like, I don't even know you. One, you're an idiot because why would you want to live forever like this? She's like, you're dumb.
Like she's
Bella,
like, are you
you're
fucking stupid? Also, her like her story was like so
her arc
deep and all that. Like, oh my god, and she's hot.
Did we learn that in the third movie about her story?
I think so. I think it's the third. I'm pretty sure.
That bitch. But
yes.
no, honestly, like New Moon, I feel like the biggest takeaways from New Moon is Bedward.
Bedward.
Wait, did I just make them a name? Bedward.
Or
Bella and Edward. I feel like he did that to manipulate her into loving him more.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you just now realize that it's dangerous to have her in your home. Like, you... And
like,
all, like
right
really?
now... Especially
can't.
because you're an old ass motherfucker who's lived in this whatever. You're just now realizing that it might not be a good idea to have a human as a homie or as a girlfriend. Like none of that was making really sense. Like I feel like he would pick and choose when he wanted to have morals throughout the whole series, or when he wanted to have like, oh wait, this is kind of dangerous. Like, oh nah.
He would like. He wasn't impulsive, but for some reason he would like let things happen that he knew was bad and then have the worst reactions to it. Like even like in the and this is weird. Skipping, but even in like the fourth one, Breaking Dawn 1, when like Bella got pregnant, he's like, "Oh, what? Like, what did you think?
Like, so you ejaculated inside of." But I guess maybe in his head he didn't think like it was possible to procreate.
But also like even with when like the bed broke and all that stuff, I was like, "What did you think?" And he was like,
"I hurt you."
Yeah, like, what did you?
Yeah, that movie was so funny to me because she was begging for the dick. But
she was.
Let's just do the first Twilight before we even.
Yeah.
But honestly, in that movie, even then, Edward was gaslighting her.
Yes. Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, he's kind of horrible. Like, he was gaslighting her. Like, he was like, what do you mean I stopped the car?
No,
I wasn't even there. He was like, what? I wasn't even there.
I wish if this was made in, like, 2021, he'd be like, you gaslit me. He's like, what?
Literally, you gaslit me.
He's like,
what are you talking about?
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And then he was all like, he's rude, because when she walked in the room, he was like, you're so rude.
I do that when white women walk in the room too, though. I understood, bro. I was like, oh.
I saw a tweet about a lady that was like, yeah, it might smell like coins, but like, excuse me?
What, didn't somebody just say they don't wash their kids or something? I don't know. It was like a whole thing.
Yes. What's his name? Ashton.
I don't know why that was necessary.
I like them, but
I do too, but
why are you openly nasty like that? And now we can't be friends. But anyways. In that first one, first of all, I don't even, like, okay, like, when you first watch it when you're younger, you're like, ooh. But when you watch it again when you're older, you're like, how the fuck did they even, like, why did they get to, what is happening?
That was something with, like, rewatching them, I was like, what is this? Like, as a kid, I was like, this is it. This is what I want. This is what I need.
This is what I need.
And I'm like,
yeah.
And Bella was giving very much blandest bitch in the room, wearing like button ups and like overalls, and I was so confused.
Everybody was obsessed with her. Everybody and their mama wanted to fuck Bella. Okay.
She her face has like one emotion, and she wears button ups. And
I don't know.
I was like,
I don't know, Gabby. I had to move past that because I realized I had to move past that she was supposed to be like the bad bitch. I don't know.
You remember that prom dress in the first movie with the. Anyway, Bella.
I will say, I think she looks really pretty in like the last movie.
Yes.
Like I think she looks really pretty. I think she's a pretty person, but it's just like
she's a hot vampire.
For y'all to all be acting like that for her, like relax. For the first one,
I think she was born to be a vampire because she looked her best. How do you look your best dead?
Like no, she looked really cute, like as a vampire. Her hair looked really full, but it was probably because they said that they had a wig on her head.
Picture the only way you can look like human, good, sexy is when you're dead.
When you're dead. Like you. But I feel like everybody low-key would be hotter as a vampire. Let's talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 100% sure. Like I feel like you would have no like any imperfections anywhere.
Yeah. Would you date a vampire?
No.
Okay.
I mean, actually,
for the drama, I would.
maybe for like a little like fling, but I'd be scared because what if they're unhinged? Like, you know, they always talk. Okay, like what if he's toxic and like abusive? Like, I'm scared.
No, yeah, because literally, if you tell, you're dying. Like,
no, like it's done. Like they always talk. Like, okay, like vampires, they always make them seem to be like these like romantic, like amazing men. But what if he's mean?
What if he's mean? And then also like, I would be actually.
You can break into my house.
No, you're so right, because like, what if I like break his heart? Like, he's gonna literally kill me.
He will literally kill you. Like, I'm scared. Or he's gonna literally be like, oh, you want to break my heart? Well, I'll make you a vampire forever.
No, yeah, now you're gonna be stuck in like the same world as me forever. I'm like, oh my god. He is. This vampire man in our head is so mean.
No, like he's mean. I feel like also with Twilight, I feel like to become a vampire, or I'm so violent. Like, I do not like that.
Yeah.
I do not like that. Like, she was all like, okay, first of all, that scene when, okay, I'm skipping to the last movie. That scene.
What, the birth one?
The second, part one. When she's like.
The birth one?
Dead, and then they keep showing her like screaming, but she's like. Like, that to me, like, looked like the most, like, disgustingest scene ever. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, first of all, that baby is a CGI that went wrong. And I'm so mad. Every time I see Renesmee.
The fucking, like, the actual doll itself is in some museum, and its face is, like, melting because it's been so long. And it looks really disgusting.
That scares me.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, well, okay. Let's do the first movie real fast. First movie.
Okay.
Thoughts. Comments. Observations.
Bella, those girls were like so cute, and like I don't know why they kept Bella around. She's a villain in this. You know those like her classmates.
She was a dick.
Like they were. Like, I don't know
that one. That one girl that was her friend, she was a hater. She was a hater. In every movie, she was a hater. Like even at the wedding, she was like, I just probably right.
She is so good at that. Like I think I've seen her in a role like that before. Like she's very good at like playing the hater.
Even in the second movie, I feel like I remember her being like, I mean,
no, yeah,
like,
the wedding she did.
She was like, I mean, like, you disappeared, but like, honestly, like, my life is so hard because.
No, do you remember the toast when she was like, yeah, you know, she was like making it about herself, and it was so funny.
Yeah, no, she was funny, and it's funny to think like that's like Anna Kendrick. I don't know, like I forget that that's her.
Yeah.
In the movie, because it feels like such a different person when you see her in like other movies. I don't know how to explain it, even though it isn't really, because she's always like that kind of like
she's always that character.
Sarcastic character, but it just kind of like felt different in Twilight. I don't know. I feel like everybody in Twilight feels like they're different. Like it's a whole different universe.
No, quite literally. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then is the first movie the baseball scene? Because let's get into
the baseball scene. Yeah. Oh. And that's why that first movie is a top tier movie.
Anytime that comes on my timeline, I have to watch it. It is immaculate. If baseball was actually like that, then maybe more people would watch. Apparently, no one's watching it anymore. It's like a whole thing. So
really,
yeah.
I feel like I'm Dominican, so like baseball's like in the blood, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, look, that scene. Go stupid. It made me want to play baseball like that. Like, they were just like, imagine playing kickball with those fuckers.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm good.
It would go so crazy, though. Like, kickball would go so stupid.
No,
like,
picture if they kicked the ball at you, though, and it hit you.
Imagine being Bella. If one of those balls hit her, she was out.
I wish it did. I wish it fucking did.
But that scene, literally, I wish I could be there every time I see it.
Every time. It was so hot.
It's literally iconic. It's literally iconic. Like,
you know another scene? Well, never mind. That's not this movie. But I think it was the third movie where, like, they're all, like, training for the fight. And it's just, like, so cute. Like, they're all, like, fighting each other and, like, breaking wood and all this shit. And, like, not dogs. Oh, my God. The werewolf.
The dogs. Ooh, anybody who's team Edward or team Jacob? And did it change as you aged?
When I was younger, it was team Edward because I found Jacob to be very annoying. But Edward was really awful. But Jacob, I just still find him to be very annoying. I was like, have you seen yourself? You can have any bitch. What are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, when I was younger, I was team Jacob just because, like, I was more attracted to him.
Yeah.
But as I've aged, he's so annoying. Like, he's such so annoying. Bitch. And I forget that he's 2 years younger than all of them, so he's 16 throughout the whole movie.
And that whole imprint thing was real weird.
Like,
it was really, and like, especially, like, the whole little, like, in the future moment with like grown up Renesmee, and they're like, that was
that CGI,
disgusting.
Anyways, like Jacob, I'm definitely team Edward as I've aged, just because even though Edward and Bella, they was weird and toxic, at least that was them. But like Jacob just didn't belong.
Yes.
He never did, and he was annoying about it too. And even like he would go so mad at her that she didn't want him. Like, bro, she just wants to be your friend. Like, relax.
Yeah.
We're back, guys. Gabby was being funny.
Messy. No, but yeah, that part, and also just the fact that like anytime he was just being so extra, and anytime they would be like, Jacob, like, fuck off, I would see it as like racist, and I'm like, Jacob, I'm like, you're making me real mad now, because I feel like it's because when they talk about like their smells, I know we're talking about dogs, but that came off real.
Yeah, I didn't like, okay, because you know what's really. For a long time, I didn't realize, like, that Taylor Lautner is a white man.
Yeah. Which is, like, how?
I'm a little lost by it, like, a lot of it.
I would have told nobody that, because
I'm still confused.
Yeah.
And I think, me in a movie, first of all, in the first movie, I always crack up about this, because, like, Stephanie Myers is, like, blatantly
a mess.
Racist.
Yes.
Like, so the one black character that she had was Jamaican with like, locks. And, like, the most stereotypical motherfucking,
She was, and there's like this lady on TikTok who like really dives deep into like the books and like the background, and she'll mention like things from the books or things about Stephanie Meyer. I'm like, that bitch was a mess. Like, it was a mess. Like,
she was blatant. She like she has doubled down on it. So that's the thing. Like, she's doubled down on big races.
And that's what's really annoying. Like, same with like how J.K. Rowling is just an awful person. Like, especially when they double down, you're like, oh, okay.
So it makes me so sad, because I was literally about to say that, because these are my favorite kind of like, first of all, Harry Potter's like my everything.
Yes.
And you're going to be fucking problematic. Like, why are you doing that to me? Because I'm still going to love the movie.
And you like stand in it too. Like, she's like.
First of all, Hermione's black, but that's a different conversation.
No, yeah, absolutely. She's black in the Broadway version.
Because she was supposed in the book, even how she was written and described, seemed like a black person, like a black woman. But anyways, that's a different movie.
Sorry, y'all.
Honestly, I must got to the third one. And the third one, I liked it. Like, you know what scene I really liked? When like she was like, Bella was like freezing, and this whole movie, guys, is Bella was like I love Edward, but like Jacob, and like basically like
leading them on.
What's the word when you like what's leading him on? Basically, like the whole movie, like because she just like felt comforted by him. But there's a moment where she's like really cold. Jacob's a wolf, so he's warm, and he's like, I'll warm her up. And he takes off his shirt like being extra, and he like he held on to her, and like the whole time, I just kind of liked how they were like. I like Jacob and Edward's relationship throughout the whole series. I like how where it starts and where it ends.
No, me too. Especially because like Edward was like, I know what you're thinking right here. He's like, don't you dare or whatever or something, because he knows what Jacob's thinking, and that was so funny to me.
He was like, stop. He would get pissed. I kind of like that. Like, ooh, you got niggas fighting over you. Bella liked the two. Bella liked the two.
Come on now. Of course she did.
She's not slick.
Of course she did.
She liked it.
This is a Bella hate page. This
is a Bella hate page. I like that movie too, because they like that's when they had that little those little like a whole bunch of wars with a whole bunch of like those like what are they called, like new vampire newborns, like because that one boy that Victoria roped in like made a whole bunch of newborns, and they were just started like they were going around terrorizing people, and then they had that fight where they took them all out, or did they end up taking them all out, or did the Volturi come in like
they took them all out, but then the Volturi took that girl. You remember?
I didn't like that part.
I think it was in there to show how like extreme they can be and how ruthless, but that was unnecessary.
Because there was no reason. Like they were even like, remember they were gonna take her in, and they were like,
I got excited. I was like, okay.
They're like, oh, we have a new person. I was like, cool. No, they killed her.
I was like, they're like that.
But honestly, like that third movie, like I can't really tell you the order how everything happens. It's all a blur in one moment.
That's the thing. The reason why I can't solidify it as like where it's ranked is because for some reason I really mix it up with the second one, because I always mix them up, or I think that they're the same film. So when
because
like,
it's like
what?
almost like the second one's so stupid that it runs into the third
Yes,
one.
because the second one literally is nothing, so I'm assuming that that's the second one. Like it's
The third one's like, oh, the third one's because at the end he's like, "Will you marry me?" And I remember it because black. And then the movie theater, I was like, ah!
Yeah, that did happen in that movie.
Crazy. Yeah, because I remember when that happened, I was like, oh no, he didn't just ask her to marry her. What is going on?
Oh my, that did happen. Oh my god. Yeah.
Because then the fourth one starts off with, I'll die every time.
So cute.
First of all, I need to talk about honestly, let's get into it. The last two, because they're just beautiful to look at. Like, that wedding, Gabby, is my dream wedding. Like, that shit is beautiful. Like, I don't know who set that up. I don't know who was in charge of that.
Gorgeous.
And I don't know if you're listening, but that was so beautiful. Like, that wedding scene.
That was gorgeous.
I loved it. And then even, like, that movie, those two movies, you could tell that their budget went all the way up because...
Yeah.
I love when you can tell people's movies, like, the budgets went up.
It's more color. It's just... just in general, it just looks better.
Because it went to Brazil, and, like, that whole scene was fun, because, like, she was trying to convince him to fuck her, and he would not do it. Like, but he did it that one time. That's what I'm saying. Like, he like, picks and chooses
even, like,
when
her
he has
being,
morals
like,
and when he
trying to be,
doesn't.
like, sexy, it made me so nauseous. She was...
But my question is, she got pregnant fast, huh?
She did. Because it was, like, it was sped up because it was a vampire baby.
So, like, does vampire come just, like, work a little different? Like sperm? Does it work a little different?
How does it even work? Because aren't they cold-blooded?
And they don't eat either, so I'm a little confused.
What is...
And there's no blood rushing through their bodies, so how did he even get erect? And,
that part, yeah.
And, like, what...
Okay, biology.
I have a lot of questions. Like, I'm just saying, technically, that's not possible. But because technically he shouldn't even be able to have sex, really.
That's very true. The part about, like, no blood, how does your dick get hard? I never thought about that till now. Because
how, it doesn't really add up. I'm gonna let them have it, though, you know? Like, it's already written, it was written.
A flaccid, like, Robert Pattinson.
Breaking the bed with his flaccid penis in you. That's what was happening.
Oh, yeah. Never again in my life.
Have you ever had, like, a man try to put their flaccid penis inside of you?
Yes. Or not fully, but, like, it was, like, not hard enough. And I was like, it feels weird when it's, like, not hard. It's like,
okay. I'm mad because it does feel like it feels like squishy.
Like there's like no bone, just
no bone. Like it could easily be like Play-Doh or something.
I've given like guys like this has been very rare, but like I hate doing it when like they're not like at least kind of hard already because I'm like, what am I?
You're like you have to do all the work and like literally hold it up.
And when you hold it, like, I'm gonna throw up.
So that's what Bella was doing.
That's what she was begging for.
Bella was begging for flaccid dick.
Oh my god!
Like I don't know.
Bella's the one bitch that it looks, I guess, semi-okay in a button-up because that's all they put her in. Poor girl. That girl was in button-ups every
Like, were they purposely trying to make her look bland?
I think so. Apparently, so I always was like, oh my god, Kristen Stewart sucks as an actress, whatever. But then I was told, what was I told? That, like, that's literally how Stephanie wanted her to be.
Like, so bland and weird?
Yeah, like, that's, like, how Bella was,
Stephanie
like, described.
Meyer's a weird bitch. Bella's probably her. That's
yeah.
the thing. Bella is probably like a I don't know words today. Rendition of what Stephanie Meyers is in real life.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to act like a basic girl like me could get vampires and werewolves to fall in love with me. No. First of all, I feel like a vampire, why would they be struck by some random basic bitch like they haven't been in this world for 100 years? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would that random basic bitch be the one?
Yeah.
To make them go crazy?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
why
true.
Bella? But I'm gonna let them have it. Maybe because she had those, like, weird powers and stuff. Or, I don't know what they said. But then that scene where she's, like, finding out that she's pregnant and she bites into that mother. First of all, who cooked that chicken and why was it pink?
That was so gross. And that's the most Kristen Stewart ever acted. Was when she was screaming. No, when she gave birth, that was
Don't
pretty
do
bad.
her because she's been in some movies that was good, like Panic Room.
Oh yeah,
You forgot
I
that
forgot.
Michael Sis
And
was in that movie.
Jodie, whatever her name is.
Jodie Foster.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but like that whole scene, I'm like, first of all, that's disgusting because who cooked the chicken? Second of all, that's a scene. I don't know, something about her whole pregnancy was so nasty to me.
It was that. I didn't think that Twilight would like go that. That was really gross. But I mean, then again, when they had those wars and they would like rip people's heads off and it would be like glass, that always made like my skin crawl.
Because it made me uncomfortable. Like, why is it glass? You know why? Because it's not going to be bloody because they don't have blood rushing to their bodies, which is why, let's go back to the sausage dick.
No, literally.
Anyways.
I actually need an answer. I need an answer.
Stephanie Myers, she just, to write a book like, okay, to write, okay, authors be wild because they be getting really in detail, like, he broke, like, why was she so horny? Like, she was horny when she was writing that.
It was, I don't want to get it wrong, but I think she's like super religious, super like weird and racist and all that stuff.
You're religious, but you're writing about, like, basically, aren't vampires like demons?
Yeah.
She writing about fucking demons. She think about that stuff. I know she do.
Oh, absolutely.
I know she do.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
But yeah, that birth scene was really disgusting. Because then they really had to like
when her back cracked and she's like, Gabby, that scene, every time it happens, I scream. Because she dropped the cup and her whole body went.
I wouldn't even want to look at my child.
I gotta watch on YouTube to see what I'm doing.
I wouldn't even like want my baby after that. I'm like, actually, no.
And like, is she like, first of all, that had to be the most traumatizing birth experience.
Yeah.
And like, she just didn't talk about it ever again.
And she's like, oh my god, I can run fast. And like, oh my god, Edward. I'm like, girl, are you okay?
You didn't just break your whole body and giving birth to this person?
Something that was so gross to me was like, you know how she's like going in and out of consciousness and like you could see like blood on Edward's face because he had to eat the baby out of her. Like he had to... Like,
Gabby, that scene is that you just see him
like he had to chew on, okay, you mentioned that and that reminded me of in the first movie when like when Bella's like dying or something, so Edward has to like suck her blood but like not too much, and then she's like moaning on the ground. I thought that was the hottest thing as a kid.
What? I
was like, oh my god, that's what I want.
You're like, I want someone to bite me alive again.
No, yeah.
But no, like that part, the whole birth scene. First of all, I'm gonna just skip. I'm gonna go before we get too deep into that. I'm gonna go to the front a little bit. Okay. When she was trying to decide names, and she said that the boy name would be Edward Jacob. That's ugly. And why do you keep playing with Jacob? The fact that Renesmee is the girl name that she picked is the ugliest motherfucking name I've ever heard in my life.
That sounds like a very like evangelical, gross type of. Because it was what? It was Renee
and Esme combined.
I'm like, your mom doesn't even care about you.
So fuck your dad, huh? Because you said Edward Jacob.
Speaking of Charlie, one, why was he so dumb? And two, why did they hide? I know because like Charlie was like innocent, but like I'm like, how do you hide this? Like it's getting real bad.
I guess
now.
If he knew, he'd have to die.
But I think I don't know.
He indirectly knew.
But the way that they lied to him, I was like, these are such extreme lies. I'm like, come on. And why did he
believe any of it?
He was so dumb.
And why did he let his daughter he was just completely okay with her getting married like that?
Yeah. It was weird.
Random boy she's only known for like no more than a year. Because they met when she was 17 and then she turned 18.
Yeah.
Within that one movie, said, like, and then she didn't stop being 18.
The actual timeline of the films are like 2 years of all of
it together.
Yeah,
and that's alarming.
Yeah.
So you're telling me in like a couple months you decided that this is the person that you want to live your whole life. First of all, she knew Edward for a couple months before she decided that. Yep, I want to be a vampire. Like, first of all, just say that you didn't want. Like, she didn't want to be. Okay. The real tea is Bella was bored. Okay, she was like, I hate this human life.
Bella was like a bored little white bitch, and like the moment that she found a man who thought she was stinky and weird, she's like, turn me. Like, girl, what?
Turn me up, please.
And you know what I always think about is like the normal teenagers who are watching this happen. They're probably like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is going on with her? Like,
why is she like this? I don't know, and that's why I like how they kept showing like her friends and stuff because they were like the normal normal teenagers and stuff. Because they even them were like, y'all think she's pregnant or something? Because they were like, why is she?
No, I know they talk so much shit. I would talk so much shit about Bella. Are you kidding me? I'd be like,
oh my god, I'd be like, this bitch is weird and she's with her nigga and he weird. He be pretending to bite on her neck.
Yeah, I'm like, they don't come to school when it's sunny. How are they allowed?
So I would assume they were vampires. I don't know what else did.
No, yeah. Why did? But everyone was stupid.
I think that would be my first assumption.
Everyone was stupid.
But no. So then after she gives birth or whatever, I actually love that end of the movie when she opens her eyes and she's like, boom, because she's like a vampire.
Yeah, that's such a good scene. Where, like she opens them and they're red.
We've been waiting so long.
Yeah, I remember because there was like a year in between those movies, and I was waiting because I don't know if y'all remember, but the fourth one ended with like her it showed. Did it show all the stuff going through her body, or was that the fifth one?
Yes, no, I love that scene.
I did too.
They show her dead, and they show her like someone cleaned her. I think Edward cleaned her up, put her in her dress.
Yeah,
they just left her, so she looked disgusting. She looked like the little.
And it looked like a funeral, like not funeral, but looked like someone was like preparing her body.
And then you start to see like the venom, or you see like the moment it caught her from not dying, and then it catches her basically like from not dying, and then you see the venom spread through her whole body, and then you see like her spine gets healed, like
that shit was the way that her back like fucking. Oh my god. The way that like it just fixed itself was so interesting to me.
I love that scene. I actually really love that scene because I love seeing the venom like fix her whole body, and then her face, you just see it like her skin starts to get like not how it looked, but like, everything just starts to, her hair is like getting full. And,
because close to like when she was like before she gave birth, she looked like those like weeks or whatever. She looked old, nasty, wrinkled. She was drinking blood. It was really nasty.
And she was like, delicious. No, it's not. It's not delicious.
That was really nasty. Oh my god, yeah. Like she looked bent down bad, and in the first movies, she was already a little rough, but then she looked so good in that fifth one.
That's why I was so excited. So like, okay, so did you watch the last one in theaters?
Yes.
Okay, so did I. So like, we had the same reaction. So I like how it begins. It begins like she's all like, she opens her eyes and she's like really hyper aware. I love that scene. Like, she's just like she could see everything.
It's like switching and stuff.
Yeah, like that's so cool. Like she can she's finally like we're seeing it what it feels like from her point of view.
Yeah,
being a vampire,
which is like if you think about it, that's
cool.
the perfect way for like the final movie is to like see the vampire experience through this main character that we've been like following.
We've been watching this whole movie.
That was so good.
Yeah. That was really good. Hold okay.
That was really,
director.
That fucking scene. That you named my daughter after the Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness monster. Okay, I have a comment about that scene.
Yes,
I absolutely hate it because I'm like, girl, relax.
It was. It made me even as a child.
We didn't even talk about in the part one. He literally was gonna kill her. Jacob was gonna kill that baby.
Yes, that was really. I'm like, mind your business. Like, this girl literally doesn't want you, and you want to kill her baby.
And then he looked at that baby, and that was weird when he imprinted.
He looked at that baby. He's like, "That's my wife." Like, what?
What? Okay, if I was Bella, I would beat his ass too because
I know
why are you looking at my baby like that?
And I hate it though because he genuinely can't control it. But I'm like, that's nasty.
You're weird. Like, so what were y'all doing when she was young? Yeah, he was being like, okay, he was just like an older brother figure.
He had to always be around her. Like, he physically had to because of he was always there. So you
literally, he didn't like seeing he got nervous seeing other people hold her, like take care of her. He's like, like, what are you doing? My turn. That's my baby.
That's mine.
And it's like in his head, it's mine.
And then somehow you can like sexualize that. Yeah. That
I don't want to no. Stephanie Myers is a weird bitch.
That was really weird.
She's a weird bitch because of her. But she's like, you named it after the Loch Ness monster.
That was really weird. And her mouth was all big and And they were like, and then like the not vampire guys, like the Cullen family was like laughing at it because they thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny. Jake was getting his ass beat.
I love the scene where she beats, is it Emmett?
Emmett, me too.
And the arm wrestle.
Yeah, me too.
I love little scenes like that in movies.
Or like, me too, because it's like a little like, it's like normal, I guess, like what they would normally be doing if this is real. And I also love like on that movie how we meet a whole bunch of other vampires, because you know the whole time we're kind of only seeing a couple, like the Cullen family and then whoever their enemy is. But and the Volturi, like we know about them, but like I like how we start to meet like other vampires or other cool powers. Yeah. And like
I don't know how Stephanie was okay with putting like people of color in that film. She was probably wasn't she like not involved in that one or something?
Okay, the other person of colors that were in that film were literally those Amazon women.
It was very like
Gabby.
It was very odd. And then
Gabby, this is so problematic.
No, she is. I want to know how she wrote that too. What did that say in the book? How did you describe these people?
I don't know. I don't want to know. But like I like that one scene where like that one lady that she's like her powers where she could shock, and then they were trying to test like Bella's powers, and she was like shocking Edward, and then like she kept like almost like, and then Bella finally learned how to be like.
Yeah, I love that because she was like, "Bitch, you gotta control. Like I'm hurting your man," and
she was like, she was like.
Her faces really make me really uncomfortable. But I love those two little blonde sisters. I thought they were so cool. I love them. And then like how one of them got with that guy. I thought that was so cute.
That snitch bitch. Oh wait. I thought you were talking about the one that snitched the Volturi about the baby.
Oh no, I meant the other two. But then one of them got with that guy, and I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, so like that movie was like cool. Like it was like fun. Like seeing like Like the whole time, you know, the whole beginning basically is them, like, leading up to, like, okay, well, the Volturi's coming, like, what we about to do?
Yeah.
Basically, what we about to do. Yeah. And then the end. Now, the end to this whole movie, the whole series, first of all, the very, very end makes me cry every time because it be hitting me, like, but that end, the end to the, before, like, the very close, like, the climax.
Yeah.
Is really, really crazy.
Wow, I just remember, dummies, I don't know if y'all remember this. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what we're talking about, because it's the moment that everyone is like, are you kidding me? Like, so if y'all don't remember...
And that's when you knew, like, shit was going down.
No, yeah, so if y'all remember, the little war was happening, because they were like, oh, you got this little baby, and that's not allowed, the Volturi, and they're like, well, that's my baby.
Even though, like... Because even though it's like, oh, like, he saw that because it turned into like you turned a baby into a vampire, which is not allowed, and then he saw that the baby wasn't turned, but he was like, well, you could be a danger to me, so we gotta kill you all anyways. Yeah. Like, you know, because the Volturi does stuff like
they're
that.
Like, yeah, they're really bad, and then I think
they're known to, like, kill people just to have people, basically.
Yes.
Like, if they want you, they will kill your whole family.
That's why they showed them killing that girl to, like, show how ruthless they are. Ugh. But yeah, so there's like a whole war, like they're all fighting, they're all doing their thing, and then Carlisle, I don't know why they did this. Carlisle gets his head ripped off, which means he died, and it like gets lifted in the air, and so it's like, if you picture a theater, and all of a sudden, like the Carlisle, the best guy ever,
because they're like running at each other or something, right?
Yes, it's like the best guy ever. It's Carlisle, and all of a sudden, the camera is someone's hand, and then his head in their hand, and you're like, what? Like, and
honestly, Carlisle is the most unproblematic person in the whole series. Yes. He is my favorite. He is low-key the finest, too, because Carlisle can get it.
Carlisle's fine as fuck.
I think he's cute. Fuck. He's fine as fuck. Carlisle is fine as fuck.
He's really fine.
And they was gonna do him dirty like that, and that's when, you know, like, when that scene, that's when everybody lost their shit. Like, that's when, like, niggas were like, oh, you killed her nigga. Carlisle is that nigga, and you killed...
It was, and then dummy. So then a whole war breaks out, whatever, and then you find out that it was all like not real. Like it was she was showing him what would have happened if he would have started this war,
which would have ended in his death.
Yeah, he would have died.
Show that, like, yeah, he would have died.
He was and, like, oh, that's what, like,
yeah, and that scene was so crazy when you like come back. She's like, so this is what your future would be. And I was like, oh shit, this wasn't even real. Y'all niggas play with my feelings.
He said, let's go.
Killed Carlisle for real.
He's like,
I thought they killed Carlisle. That was good.
No, and I remember everyone was like, they weren't screaming, or they were just like, what? Like, it was like when you find out that it was like the future, you're like, what?
What? Yeah, because that was like a plot ass fucking twist.
That was really
whoever
good.
wrote that, whoever's decision that was,
You deserve a check.
you deserve a check.
And you got it.
We also we never get to see how Alice's powers work either.
Yeah.
So we know what she does, but we don't see it. So it was very interesting to like see it.
And they use it like
so
we see it in that insane way.
in that insane way.
It was
and then,
fucking crazy.
And then it was funny because he was all like, "Oh yeah, they're no problem." He was
like,
like, "What?" He was like, "They're no issue."
And they bring that one like and they brought like some kid, like I think it was like a native kid, yeah,
tribe.
and it like to show that like he's not a danger to anyone because he's also like half vampire, half human or whatever. And they meet him and all this stuff, and he's like, "Okay, well, I guess."
He's like, "Oh, cool." And then it was like, I like that. I don't know why. I like that scene when he's like looking at like Alice, and then he looks at Bella. He was like, like just some prizes that I can't have. Like he was like, I like y'all because they have cool. You know, Bella's literally she could protect you, and Alice can see the future. Like two powerful ass people to have on your team. And he was like, "Damn, I guess I can't have you."
Yeah.
And that was just good. That was a good little ending. But honestly, the part that makes me cry, and you're probably wondering, like, why does it make you emotional?
The credits
is when like the credits. Okay, like when like they show everybody, and then the end when they like purposely show like how they introduced every character in the book. So they zoom into like Jacob's name, and then they show you like Jacob, and then they're like hi, my name is like literally the part in the book where we first
so
introduce characters. I'm getting chills thinking about it. Like
same.
Whoever did that is also should get like all the awards because that was literally like that was so like cute. Like they were like how they introduced them in the book, and then you see them like in the movie.
That was amazing.
It gives me chills. Like,
how have we been talking about this for 50 minutes?
Anyways, if you have to take anything away, just remember that please don't become obsessed with the man that you knew for 2 months, threatening to kill yourself when he disappears for months on end. And then when he comes back, you accept him back in your life. And then you get pregnant and turn into a vampire. Like, don't do that. Anyways, and also if you're a werewolf, don't imprint on little girls. That's weird. And if you're Stephanie Myers, fuck off. I have a lot of and remembers to this. And remember, Stephanie Myers is a racist. And remember, stay safe and stay sane, like Gabby always says. All right, bye guys.